Review of the Nerf Pinpoint sight. Included is the sight itself and the instructions. This blaster runs on 2 AAA batteries. So the Pinpoint sight is a little device you attach to the top of any Nerf blaster, and the story goes that it helps you aim a little bit. The shell lines in the paint job are just like any other Elite blaster. You can put it onto any of your blue Elite guns and it works wonderfully, and it looks cool, and that's pretty much all it does. The attachment method is on par with everything else. It's not better or worse, which is fine. It clicks on there pretty well. If you hit it really hard, it's going to come off. You can rip it off from the side like that, and because of the cost of these, that may or may not be something you're willing to do in an environment you're unfamiliar with. For example, you're running around a campus you're unfamiliar with, it knocks off, you can't find it, you have to run away from the horde, and you lose a $40 sight, which would suck. Yeah, so these things are 40 bucks. To my knowledge, Nerf has not actually released these in the general US market, like in stores, so people buy them online. They're available on Amazon right now for about 40 US dollars. A few months ago, before they hit Amazon, before they got more popular, these were actually going on eBay for like anywhere from 70 to 80 US dollars. Yes, for a piece of plastic that does absolutely nothing. It's just a cosmetic piece, because a red dot sight's not going to help you with a Nerf gun at all, and this isn't even a real red dot sight. How it works, though, is there's a piece of plastic right here that is clear. You can see my face through it. And then there's a laser back here, activated by this little orange thing here. And when you turn it on, you can see this little red dot, which is supposed to indicate where you're aiming your blaster, so you can shoot with both eyes open, and when the red dot goes over your target, then you can shoot. One of these is intended to use, so if you hold the blaster still and then shift your perspective, that dot is not supposed to move targets, because the blaster is still aimed at the same location. This does not do that, so this is not helpful in any way. Keep in mind, even if it did work, this thing is extremely bulky, so when you're looking over the top of your blaster, you have this tiny little piece of glass to look through, plastic rather, but everything else is more restricted, so if you hit somebody, you can't actually see that it's hitting them, especially when most Nerf darts drop super low, which is right into the point of view. You're like, oh, Coop, you're just bashing it. Why did you buy one? I bought one because they look cool. That's why everybody buys them. I don't think anybody actually buys red dot sights for Nerf guns and says, oh, I'm going to shoot more accurately. If you do, then unfortunately I do not believe you understand the concept of a Nerf dart. You're not going to hit anything you're actually aiming at beyond 30 feet. If you do, it's pure luck. The Nerf dart does not travel in the same trajectory every single time, even if it leaves the barrel every time the exact same way, which it doesn't. The aerodynamic flaws of a Nerf dart, it will not strike that target every time. If you use an airsoft gun or a firearm or a paintball marker, all of those things are more accurate, to a different degree of course. Nerf guns are not. Their projectiles are so bad you can't actually hit anything. The only way you hit something is if you fire 10 darts at it and you get lucky. The sort of exception there are suction cup darts and koosh darts because they are not as aerodynamically flawed as Elite darts, but they are still not super accurate, not warranting a pinpoint sight or any sight of any type. And that is why I always bash iron sights on Nerf guns in my reviews, because a lot of people say, well, why are you saying that's not accurate enough? Because it's not. That's a fact. So overall opinion of the Pinpoint sight, it looks really cool. Would I buy one if they were $10? Absolutely, because they look sweet. If people want to paint their blasters black or whatever, it sort of looks like something you might find on a firearm, so a lot of people who like the tactical attachments, it would look really cool. Would I recommend it to actually help you shoot more accurately? No, not at all. That's absurd. Is it worth $40? That's completely your call. If you're hardcore into Nerf and you really want to get the coolest accessories, this is, in my opinion, one of the cooler accessories for the top of the blaster. I think the vertical grip is really the only functional accessory in that sense, but it definitely looks cool. Is it worth $40? It's completely your call. It's hard for me to say. Sort of a negative review on a cool component, just like the Nerf cam. It's cool, but it's for the cost. Can't really recommend it. If you put one of these on a Nerf cam, bam, done. You're just overpaying for everything. You'll look sweet. Kind of a weird review, and these are definitely not new, but quite a few people are asking my opinion, so that's my review and opinion. Thanks for watching. Including taking out the electronic and mechanical locks, re-lubricating everything, and pretty much calling it a day. It's running on the stock battery tray. I'm running 3 Trust Fires with 1 dummy battery, as I would recommend.